I tell people when they ask me what it is I do for a living, I tell them I'm a translator for engineers. Because the hardware guys don't know how to talk to the software guys and vice versa. They have completely different three-letter acronyms, and the times that they do have the same three-letter acronym, they mean completely different things.
Adam, welcome to the Drive for Innovation. It sounds to me like you grew up with this company. Did I get that right?
I started off interning here, and I've been here ever since. I've managed to work up from scrub monkey boy to the lead of the application engineer department. So.
Scrub monkey boy.
Yeah.
Tell us what that is.
That's answering the phones and emails, the making sure that all the low-level questions are answered, and this is really frightening when you are still working on your engineering degree and a guy who's been in industry for 20 years gets you on the phone and says immediately, I need you to help me solve this problem. But there's this real joy that comes with that too of, I helped this guy that he's supposed to know better. He's been through decades of this, and I managed to solve his problem for him over the phone in a matter of a couple of minutes. So it's a position that's really rewarding at the same time.
So tell us a little bit about Parvis. It was founded in 1984, and you're in the communications business, which we'll dive into in a second. But
sure.
Why was the company founded?
Troy Takich is our founder. Came out of the University of Utah, and he built an engineering firm that did a little bit of everything, from a Mrs. Fields cookie button. He made a button that was on a panel that worked and kicked out Mrs. Fields cookies, to writing some low-level code for industrial equipment. But the company progressed and started moving more and more towards that industrial and heavier side. And as the talents of the company grew that direction, we started to do more and more applications that were military related. After we'd been on the scene there for a while, a company called Eurotech saw this, and they're a pretty big name in doing this heavy industrial and in particular military equipment in Europe. And they bought the company about 7 years ago, so it was not long before I got onto the company too.
So you're one of the lucky guys who gets to kind of travel around, talk to a lot of customers, work with your products in their environments. What are some of the design trends that you're hearing back from the field that you're going to be incorporating into future product iterations?
The big thing, and this is no surprise in industry, the buzzword is SWAP: size, weight, and power. That's certainly where we live with our product line. Everything that we do, the end goal is to go on something small and light, something like UAV, or on a human walking around with it. And at the same time, it has to be incredibly durable. So in a battlefield condition, it's not going to break and lose your data and your information. So those are the big ones. As for actual like functionality and things that people are often looking for, more video. Getting eyes on the battlefield is hugely important, whether it's up in the sky in the UAV or something that a soldier can be walking around on the ground and seeing some of what's going on, and getting that data back to the home office as soon as possible. So not just more video, but more speed, better bandwidth, better communications.
So walk us through some of these products you have here. These are things that you don't want to drop on your toe.
You bet.
And they stand up to battlefield conditions. In some cases, you're taking Cisco technology and ruggedizing it. In other cases, you have different designs. Walk us through them.
Sure. Our friends right here, this is our Duramar 5915 system. The exciting one about this is we are partnered with Cisco, so it's a Cisco card stack on the inside. We're using our experience in ruggedizing things and using their experience in the fastest bandwidth, mating the two of these together and coming up with a product that meets the military requirements. We're currently targeting it to put it into our next generation system of this fellow right here, which is our DuraCore 830. This one's an atom-based processor The new generation is going to be a dual-core Pentium processor. I've actually got one that's out there right now, dual-core D810 as well, but doesn't have some of the faster bus architectures that we're going to be seeing in the next generation of this. So this is Cisco-based architecture. This one is a little bit lighter. This is our Duranet 1010. It's designed for homeland security, heavy industrial kind of environments, places where we can take the product and not necessarily blast it with an IED, but certainly survive the rugged wear and tear of into a vehicle. It's particularly great because unlike some of the more high-end expensive ones, this is really cheap, bang for your buck. You can get a lot of functionality out of this guy. So this is our friend Giovanni, as you say, Giovanni. We keep him on the trade show to demonstrate this device here, the BR2000. It has a processor in it much like the DuraCore 830. It's an atom-based processor. And you can see we've got just a bucket of cables coming out of this, and really there's even another connector head's worth of more that we could pull out of this if we wanted to. But this is the full pinout situation. If we were to actually implement this, it's definitely more application specific. So everything that can come out of this includes everything you'd expect to see out of a desktop computer. Really good for capturing data on the battlefield, maintaining logs, anything and every information, and with the Wi-Fi capability, getting new mission parameters without having to necessarily even talk to somebody else. So good for recon. The other great one on this, since security is paramount, there's the red button of death. You push this red button and everything on it wipes away. So you have great security in case this ever for any reason fell into enemy's hands.